What's up, Jet fans? I just finished watching the Jets game number 12, Jets at Minnesota. The Jets sadly fall to 7-5. I'm pretty sure they would still be in the playoffs if it started right now, but I can kind of feel it like slipping away, but it's definitely a possibility. But let's just jump right into the game. So on offense, obviously the biggest story is Mike White. Uh, he played a good game, but they still lost, which is unfortunate. The first interception he threw definitely wasn't his fault. It was tipped off, but Zach also had lots of interceptions that weren't his fault. So if we're not going to let those slide, I feel like we shouldn't let these slide. But he definitely had a good game. Um, there were lots of checkdowns and short passes, which I actually like. I feel like that's how offenses should operate. So I don't hate that. Um, And Garrett Wilson, he kind of had a bad first half, but he kind of turned it on in the second half, and he made the game really close and helped Mike White out. And I just want to say, like, Bam Knight is playing really well. And so if you think about that, the Jets have so many, like, I would say number one possible running backs. They have Brees Hall, Michael Carter, Bam Knight, and James Robinson, who I feel like all could be like number one running backs and all as a group. That's just crazy to me. I feel like maybe even trade one of them away to help at a different part of the team next year or in the off season. I don't know, but it's just crazy. And like, anyways, jumping back into the game, the Jets just couldn't convert in the red zone, which was really tough. They had 5 field goals. One of them was a 60-yarder, which was crazy, but the other ones I felt like should have been touchdowns. And so, in a loss, 5 field goals is not something you should be proud of, actually. Anyways, going to the defense did not play super well like we expect them to, especially in the first half. Uh, they did a lot of they did stop a lot of the passing, which the Vikings are really good at, but they could obviously then just switch to Dalvin Cook and he scored a touchdown. Um, in the second half, it definitely was better, and they definitely played with a lot more intensity. Overall, the defense held them to small plays, held the Vikings to a lot of small plays, but eventually, like one of those small, quick passes would break for a touchdown or run would break for a touchdown, and they also gave up lots of third downs, so the defense just could not get off the field, which was really frustrating to see because they were actually holding them to really small plays. Um, in conclusion, I'd say this is a good game for Mike White because you're just trying to figure out is he good or not. I don't know if this makes me know he's good, but this definitely does point into the direction of him being okay. Um, and also, it's the Vikings. They're one of the best teams in the league, and the Jets stuck around until the very end. So that's exciting to see, I would say. Uh, Mike White won't really win you the game, I'd say, but he won't lose you the game either. And I feel like Zach Wilson is kind of the opposite, where he might win you the game, he might do something crazy, but he also could lose you the game. And I feel like the Jets feel like they have the pieces where they don't need someone who can win you the game. They just need someone who won't lose the game for you. And I feel like they have that in Mike White. Um, the just overall, the Jets are way better than anyone expected. But I would love to see a playoff game from the Jets and them make the playoffs. It's the longest active streak, and it would be amazing to see them break it. But they couldn't get the win, and looking at their schedule, they need tough wins like this game. They needed this game, or games like this game. They need to win those games. So I don't know. They're 7-5, but they're in such a hard division, and they have such a hard schedule coming up for the rest of the season. I just feel like they kind of needed these one-score wins. So who knows? Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.